So, if a behavior is the result of rule following, A, the rule can be identified. B, the consequence is delivered within 20 seconds of the response. C, a single instance of reinforcement results in a sharp increase in behavior. Or D, being reinforced several times results in a significant increase in behavior. So the answer is actually C, a single instance of reinforcement results in a sharp increase in behavior. So I'll tell you why this is the case. If you reread the part in Cooper about rule governed behavior, you'll see this like little nuance inside of the Cooper text. But if a consequence is delivered within 20 seconds of the response, technically the window is 30 seconds or below. So we would still say that this is probably contingency related. We don't have to be able to identify the rule. So I don't have to know that there's a rule for it to be rule governed. And being reinforced several times results in an significant increase in behavior. This would just be contingency. Like this is like, oh, I've learned that this contingency is present. So it wouldn't necessarily relate to rule following at all. So the rule doesn't have to be identified. If we're reinforced, that means it's immediate. So that means it's a contingency. And if the consequence is delivered within 20 seconds, again, that's going to be a contingency. It's better if it's under 10, but it can be under 30. So then the best answer is a single instance of reinforcement results in a sharp increase in behavior. And the reason why we'll see this is that, like, a good example is like a quiz in Canvas, right? As soon as you turn in the quiz, it gives you results instantaneously. Sometimes it gives you the like confetti. It like does fun stuff, right? So if that immediately increased your behavior, we could say that like hitting the button might have been a contingency. But if it increases your study behavior, you weren't studying the second that you turned in the exam. It had probably been hours since you had studied, maybe even days since you had studied. So a single instance of reinforcement in the form of seeing the score that you wanted may increase study behavior, but that single instance is temporally time unrelated to when you were actually doing the behavior the first time. So we don't actually have to identify that rule for it to work. So again, if a single instance of reinforcement causes a sharp increase in behavior, that's a clue that it is the result of rule following. Oh, and I put this here. So if it's rule governed behavior, the indicators are there's no immediate consequence apparent. The consequence response delay is more than 30 seconds. The behavior increases without known reinforcement. A large increase in frequency of the behavior occurs following one instance of reinforcement. And no consequence for the behavior exists, including no automatic reinforcement, but a rule does. So these are the things that indicate rule governed behavior, and this is available in Cooper as well.